Deus virtutum convertere et Domine converte nos. Respice de celo et vide et visita vineam istam et protegeam quam plantavi dextera tuam. Illustra faciem tuam et salvierimus. Benedicat vos omnipotens Deus, Pater, et Filius, et Spiritus Sanctus.
The moment you clicked on this message, something deep inside, you must have sensed it. This isn't just another ordinary message. No, it's a revelation, one that carries the weight of eternity itself. I'm not here before you as just any person, or as a figure repeating teachings that have been passed down for generations. I stand before you as a messenger, entrusted with a truth so powerful, so piercing, that it can no longer remain in the shadows. It must be revealed. For centuries, both believers and skeptics alike have asked one burning question: when will the seals spoken of in the book of Revelation be broken? When will the hidden mysteries of God unfold before humanity's eyes? And more importantly, will they be just symbols, or will they be living prophecies waiting for their moment to come to life? That moment is no longer in the distant future. It's here, right now. The final seal has been broken, and with it, a spiritual storm has been unleashed across the earth. But let me be clear, this isn't about fear-mongering or some sensational claim that fades away as time moves on. No, this is about discernment. It's about awakening to the fact that heaven itself has sounded an alarm, and only those who are awake will hear it. Look around you. Look at the growing divisions, the coldness in people's hearts, the confusion spreading through governments, families, even churches. These are not just random occurrences or the inventions of men. These are the echoes of a prophecy unfolding right in front of our eyes. When the final seal breaks, it doesn't come with loud trumpets that the world can hear. It doesn't come with chaos that can be seen by all. No, it comes quietly, almost imperceptibly, but it is felt deeply within the soul of anyone paying attention. It marks a shift, a crossing into a new season where shadows grow darker, yet at the same time, a radiant light begins to separate those who cling to truth from those who wander into deception. You're not here by accident. You've been called to witness this moment. You're here because you need to understand that what the world has ignored, mocked, or dismissed as fantasy is now unfolding before our eyes as undeniable reality. Do not let the distractions of everyday life dull your spirit. If you sleep through this moment, you may wake up to a world you no longer recognize. The final seal is not just a sign of endings, but a new beginning. It is the beginning of the ultimate test of mankind's loyalty, the revealing of the truth of what we truly stand for, and it's a sign that God's hand is drawing closer to the world. And so, I ask you, don't turn away. Don't scroll past this message as just another notification. The words I'm about to share with you in the moments ahead are not just mine. They are a call for your soul to awaken, for your faith to be fortified, and for your heart to be anchored in the one truth that will remain unshaken when everything else crumbles. You must understand that when the final seal breaks, it's not some loud, earth-shaking explosion that everyone can see. It's not a dramatic spectacle. It's a quiet, subtle shift that only those with spiritual eyes can perceive. Many people have lived their lives believing that the prophecies of Revelation are distant, reserved for some far-off generation. But I stand before you with trembling certainty, telling you that that delay is over. The breaking of the seal is not meant to terrify, it's meant to awaken. In this hour, the illusions that once clouded mankind's vision are being peeled away, revealing the stark contrast between truth and deception. Look closely at what's happening around you. The rise of false teachers who twist the word of God for worldly gain, the erosion of trust in once strong institutions, the endless pursuit of pleasure, leaving souls hollow and restless. These are not coincidences. These are signs. They are the consequences of the final seal being broken. Heaven's plan is unfolding quietly, waiting for the faithful to recognize it. In ancient times, seals were symbols of authority. They marked sacred decrees and protected them until the appointed time. And so, when the final seal of Revelation is broken, it signifies that heaven's decree is in motion. Nothing can stop it now. The world may try to distract you with endless noise, with debates, with promises of comfort and progress, but none of it can change the truth. God's timetable has already advanced. Those who continue to live as if nothing has changed will find themselves unprepared when the full weight of this revelation bears down upon them. Yet within this warning, there is also hope, because the breaking of the seal doesn't just unleash trial and chaos, it also brings an outpouring of grace for those who cling to the living Christ. This is the time when faith must rise above convenience, when devotion must rise above routine, and when prayer must become more than just words, it must become the breath of life itself. The breaking of the seal doesn't just signify what's to come, it reveals what already lives within us. It's in this moment that the hearts of men and women are tested, refined, and revealed for what they truly are. This moment is not just for leaders, prophets, or theologians. No. The breaking of the seal speaks to you, to your household, to your daily choices, to your hidden thoughts. What is sealed in heaven is now unsealed on earth, and every soul must choose where it stands. The broken seal does not take away your freedom, it sharpens it. It forces you to make a choice between the fleeting comforts of this world and the eternal promises of a kingdom that cannot be shaken. That's why I speak to you with urgency. The breaking of the final seal is not just some divine mystery to ponder, it's a summons to action, a call to prepare, to awaken. If you feel even the smallest stirring within your spirit as you hear these words, don't dismiss it. That stirring is not just your imagination, it is the voice of the Spirit, urging you to rise above fear, to embrace discernment, and to anchor yourself in the one who holds the book of life in his hands. The breaking of the final seal is like the soundless fall of night. It arrives gradually, so subtly, that many don't even notice it until darkness has already surrounded them. But for those who are awake, every shift in the wind, every tremor in the ground is felt deeply. The greatest danger in this moment is not persecution, nor famine, nor war. It's spiritual blindness. The refusal to see what God is already revealing right in front of our eyes. The prophecies in Revelation were never given to terrify us. They were given to prepare us. And yet, the enemy has worked tirelessly to make people dismiss them as myths, as fantasy, or ancient poetry. His goal is simple: to make sure that when the seals break, our hearts remain asleep. But let me assure you, this is no myth, This is no metaphor. The breaking of the seals is a spiritual reality unfolding before our eyes. Ignoring it will not make it disappear. Think of it like this. A messenger is sent with a sealed scroll. As long as the seal remains unbroken, the message cannot be read, and the destiny it carries cannot unfold. The same is true for this moment in history. The final seal has been opened, and the scroll is now being read not by men, but by the Lamb himself. The words upon it are already shaping the destiny of nations and souls. Some of you feel this truth deep within you, even without needing an explanation. You can sense the unease in the air, the shifting morals, the rise of confusion within the church, and the trembling of the earth beneath systems once considered eternal. You look around and realize that what once seemed stable is no longer stable. Leaders you once trusted now seem uncertain. And within your spirit you ask, what is happening? And I answer you, it's the unveiling. It's the effect of the seal. It's the hand of God moving history toward its appointed hour. Yet, in the midst of this storm, there is a hidden gift clarity. As deception grows louder, truth will shine brighter. As darkness spreads, light will pierce the gloom. As confusion multiplies, discernment will become a shield to the faithful. The breaking of the seal doesn't mean destruction for the righteous. It means refinement. It calls each of us to shed every compromise, every lukewarm habit, every half-hearted prayer. It calls us to enter into the fullness of faith that alone can withstand the shaking. The enemy would have you believe that this is a season of despair, that the broken seal brings only chaos. But don't be deceived. The Lamb who breaks the seal is the same Lamb who conquered death. His breaking of the seal is not for your destruction, it's for your redemption. So do not respond with fear. Respond with readiness. Do not hide in shadows. Stand in the light. Do not cling to the fleeting safety of the world's systems. Root yourself in the eternal word that cannot be silenced, because this is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of its most important chapter. And you, yes, you, have been chosen to live in it, to witness it, and to take your place within it. Take courage, for though the seal has been broken, the one who broke it holds you in his hand. No force in heaven or on earth can snatch you away from him if you remain steadfast. When I speak to you about the final seal, I know many of you are wondering, what does this mean for my life, for my family, for the future I'm planning? And the truth is that prophecy is never separate from reality. It touches every breath you take, every step you make. The breaking of the seal is not some distant cosmic event happening in the far-off corners of the universe. No, it is manifesting right in front of you in the choices you face, in the trials you endure, in the divisions you see unfolding around you. Have you noticed how swiftly the world has changed? Ideas that were once unthinkable are now celebrated. Values that were once sacred are now ridiculed. Unity is disintegrating, yet false peace is being promised. Meanwhile, beneath the surface, anxiety is growing like a silent disease. This is the echo of the open seal. It exposes what was hidden. It strips away the masks. It reveals the true heart of humanity. No politician can fully explain this. No scientist can measure it. This is not a product of human will. It comes from heaven's timetable. But do not let this overwhelm you. For the Lamb who opened the seal will never abandon those who belong to him. Instead, he allows the shaking so that only what is unshakable may remain in you. The real question is not whether the seal has been broken, that's already clear. The real question is, where is your life built? Is it on the rock or on sand? On the eternal word or on the passing promises of men? Many will chase after new voices, new teachings, new movements that glitter with temporary hope but crumble to dust when tested by fire. You must be wiser than that. You must root yourself in what has endured through centuries of storms, in prayer that draws strength from heaven, in love that sacrifices rather than seeks its own, in faith that refuses to bow to fear. For when the final seal is broken, it is not the strong in body who will endure, nor the wealthy in possessions, nor the powerful in influence. It will be those whose hearts are anchored in Christ. And that's why I beg you, don't waste this moment. Don't get distracted by endless noise. Don't hide behind excuses or delays. The seal has been broken, and it is time for you to awaken. It is time to see with new eyes. It is time to discern what truly matters. Families must turn their homes into sanctuaries of faith, not just places of comfort. Communities must rebuild trust through forgiveness and service, not division and pride. Individuals must quiet the chaos around them long enough to hear the still small voice of the Spirit guiding them. The breaking of the seals is not only a cosmic event, it's a personal call, a hand reaching deep into your soul, asking you, will you be faithful? Will you be watchful? Will you be ready? Do not dismiss this as an exaggeration, for already the evidence surrounds you, if only you dare to see. Take heart, because with every seal broken, with every trial endured, with every deception unmasked, the day of redemption draws closer. And those who persevere will not be abandoned, they will be crowned with glory. If you desire to grasp the full meaning of the broken seal, open your eyes not just to the events of the world, but also to the whispers within your own heart. For the final seal does not simply unleash global upheaval. It magnifies the secret struggles of every soul. The greatest battle is not fought in distant nations, but in the quiet decisions you make every day, as you choose between truth and lies, humility and pride, service and selfishness, light and darkness. The seal has shattered illusions, and what was once hidden is now laid bare. Look around, and you will see a world intoxicated with power, yet paralyzed by fear. It races forward with technology, but starves for meaning. It shouts louder than ever, yet cannot hear the voice of God. This is no accident. This is the fruit of the seal's unveiling. But don't think for a moment that this is cause for despair. God never reveals without purpose. He is stripping away the fragile scaffolding of false security so that you may cling to the foundation that cannot be shaken. When you feel uncertainty rise in your chest, when you see confusion around you, when you hear voices that mock holiness, remember that the Lamb is still on the throne. The seal has been broken because He willed it. So let your response not be panic, but preparation. Let it not be fear, but faith. Prepare not by hoarding treasures that moth and rust will destroy, but by filling your heart with eternal treasures: mercy, forgiveness, courage, prayer. Prepare not by fleeing into isolation, but by drawing closer to one another in love, lifting up the weary, feeding the hungry, comforting the sorrowful. For in such actions, the power of the broken seal is transformed from dread into hope, from shaking into strengthening. Many will ask you, where is your God in all of this? And your answer must be more than words. It must be the radiant testimony of your life, the quiet confidence that speaks louder than arguments, the peace that surpasses all understanding, even when storms rage around you. Yes, the seal has been broken, and yes, trials will intensify. But so too will grace abound for those who remain steadfast. Do not forget that history itself is in God's hands. And while the seal may reveal shadows, it also accelerates the dawn. I tell you, live each day as if eternity is knocking at your door, because indeed it island. The breaking of the seal is not the closing of a curtain, but the opening of a door, an invitation to live fully, not half-heartedly, to live faithfully, not fearfully. The more the world shakes, the more you must stand firm, not in your own strength, but because Christ Himself sustains you. This is why you cannot delay. This is why you cannot ignore the urgency of this hour. For the breaking of the seal is not meant to frighten you into despair. It's meant to awaken you to destiny. Let no one deceive you into thinking you have endless time. The time is now. The choice is now. The witness is now. If you heed this message, what was meant as a warning will become a source of blessing for you. When others collapse under the weight of confusion, you will rise with the strength of truth. The hour has come when I must speak to you plainly. The silence can no longer remain, and the durst broken seal demands that truth be brought into the light without hesitation. You've heard the warnings, you've seen the signs, and you've felt in your spirit that the world has shifted in ways that can no longer be explained by human reasoning alone. And now I tell you what the breaking of this final seal ultimately requires of you. It calls for endurance, vigilance, and fidelity. It calls for courage in the face of trials yet to unfold. Children of God, you must not be lulled into complacency by the voices that tell you this is merely symbolism, or that it too shall pass. Those voices are the whispers of deception, meant to dull your senses. While the spiritual battle rages with greater intensity than ever before, the seal has been broken. This means division will occur even within households, within communities, and yes, even within churches themselves. The truth is like a sword that cuts through falsehood, and many will cling to comfortable lies rather than face the clarity that comes from God's revelation. But you, yes, you must not be counted among the indifferent. For indifference is the breeding ground of destruction. Instead, let your life become a living declaration that you stand with the Lamb who was slain, the only one worthy to open the seals. I'm not talking about passive faith. No, I speak of a faith lived with fire, with urgency, with sacrifice. The days ahead will test not your words, but your resolve. When you are mocked for believing, stand firm. When you are tempted to compromise, remember that eternity outweighs every fleeting comfort. When despair whispers that the darkness is too strong, recall that even a single candle pierces the night. And so, I charge you now, pray as you have never prayed before. Love as if every embrace might be your last. Forgive as though eternity depends on it, because in fact it does. Do not squander time in quarrels, in envy, or in vanity. Invest each moment in what endures. The broken seal is not merely the end of an age, it is the beginning of purification. And only those who are refined like gold in fire will emerge radiant in the presence of the Lord. I tell you this, the Lord has not abandoned you. He is nearer than ever, walking with his faithful, even through the valley of shadows. But he also demands your full heart, not part of it, but all of it. And so today, as you hear these words, decide whom you will serve, for neutrality is no longer possible. Heaven is watching, earth is trembling, and history is turning on its hinge. The seal is broken, the hour is here, and your witness will echo in eternity. Do not be afraid. For if you remain steadfast, you will see that beyond the shaking, there is a kingdom that cannot be shaken. Beyond the tears, there is joy unending. Beyond the trials, there is the triumph of the Lamb. Stand firm, therefore, for your redemption is nearer now than ever. As we stand at the threshold of this monumental moment, the time to make your choice has come. The world as you once knew it has shifted beneath your feet. You can no longer afford to sit on the sidelines, waiting for someone else to act, or hoping that this will all pass by without consequence. The breaking of the final seal is not just some far-off event. It's happening right now, and you must decide where you stand. It is no longer enough to acknowledge the truth with your words. You must live it with your actions. This is a call to every individual, every household, every community. Will you stand firm in the faith, or will you falter under the pressure of a world growing more unstable with each passing day? This moment is personal, and it touches every aspect of your life. The decisions you make, the relationships you nurture, the faith you hold, everything is coming into sharper focus. The illusions of security that the world has built will crumble. Those who place their trust in earthly systems, in temporary comforts, will find themselves unprepared for the storm ahead. But for those who have rooted themselves in Christ, who have held fast to his promises, this is not a time to fear. It is a time to rejoice. For the Lamb who broke the seal is the one who holds the ultimate victory, and those who stand with him will see the full manifestation of his redemption. In the days ahead, there will be those who mock you, who try to make light of what you believe. There will be voices that call you to compromise, to seek comfort in worldly things. But remember, these are just distractions. The truth has already been revealed, and it stands as a rock amidst the storm. The Lamb who opened the seals is still on the throne, and his kingdom will stand forever. So, when the winds howl and the waves crash, let your heart remain anchored in him. This is not just a message to hear, it's a call to action. Every choice you make now will echo throughout eternity. Will you choose truth over lies, light over darkness, faith over fear? The world may try to distract you, but now is the time to fix your eyes on what is eternal. The breaking of the seal is not just a warning, it's an invitation to align yourself with the eternal, unshakable kingdom of God. As the world shakes around you, let your faith be the anchor that keeps you steady. The trials will come, but the grace of God will sustain you through them. His hand is upon you, and his promises are sure. Stand firm in the faith, remain steadfast in your devotion, and keep your eyes fixed on the Lamb who broke the seal and is bringing all things to their appointed end. The breaking of the final seal is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter, one where God's glory will be revealed in all its fullness. and those who endure to the end will share in that glory. So, as the world trembles, as confusion and chaos increase, let your response be one of unwavering faith, hope, and love. You have been chosen for such a time as this. Do not waste this moment. Let your life be a living testimony to the truth that the seal has been broken and God's plan is unfolding right before our eyes. Stand firm, for your redemption is drawing near.